Good evening. How are you? I'm Ahura Z. For those of you that do not know me, for those of you that do, same person. Um, we have a special presentation for you this evening. As you know, I've done the Ask the Unicorn shows where I answer metaphysical questions or spiritual or mystical questions and paranormal questions. And what we're going to start doing on this particular thing is showing paranormal videos from time to time and then doing a basic reaction to them and perhaps showing you all some answers. And for those of you that have joined us, thank you all for joining us. And I wanted to let you know that from time to time, if you come by and you choose to subscribe to our particular channel, I'd be more than happy to have you. And you can also leave stars that will help us be able to do these shows and others. Um, Tonight, one of the things I'm doing, I'm going to give kind of a quick paranormal investigation lesson and how to notice things. Before you go into the esoteric, you have to learn how to notice things in the normal uh, life. In other words, before you go esoteric, you first have to do physical. That means you have to notice everything that you possibly can notice and find the answers to what's going on. If you can't, then you go up into the esoteric. Um, I know that there are a lot of paranormal investigators out there. Some of them are very, very good, and some of them are just learning and really need to concentrate on what to do right. Otherwise, you get people erroneous information. But for this particular thing, this is just a reaction video to videos that I've collected so that I can give you what it is that I say or give you my perspective. So let's pay attention. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, it's important to mention as we go along in this particular channel, these are things that need to be adhered to. I don't do politicism. I don't do anger, and I don't do people attacking or subjugating people. In other words, people that like to subject other people to violence or rage or anything. You can do another channel for that. This is about the discovery and growth. Okay, so with that being said, understand that I am new to this particular platform, although I have had other platforms. I'm good at what I do. I've done it for over 40 years, and we'll give you some real answers. So please tell your friends about what's going on, and hopefully they'll come over and join the channel. And if you can, please hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and tell everybody about it. In other words, like, subscribe, and obey. No, just kidding. All right, so tonight we have a couple of videos. One of the videos I want to start with is a point of view from a paranormal investigator, or someone that terms themselves as a paranormal investigator, and what is that there are animals in this particular thing. We like to focus on animals a lot when it comes to paranormality because we know that animals are very, very sensitive and they can exhibit whether or not something they believe is there. In other words, as you all know, cats are very sensitive. Um, and a while back, they were used to help people not only detect, but to banish some spirits. And this is one person's perspective. So I want you all to sit back and look at this.
This video was uploaded by a TikTok user named Sabrina C. Coven. Sabrina's claimed that she's had a lot of strange experiences going on in her apartment. She does have different pets. She has some cats and a dog.
You can see there's a cat, one of them. Okay, I think I want to bring that back a little bit for you. Concentrate on the cats and what they're doing. if you listen to the cat, that is an agitated sound coming from the cat, but it's a little frustrated, and almost anything could have happened. So I can't call everything paranormal, but what I can say is that that cat is reacting to something, whether they saw something or something touched them, or they were just being a cat. I have two cats. I know them to be kind of spastic from time to time. So we have to also exercise our common sense in this one. Whether that video is phony or not is really not my thing. I do know the cats are the way the cats are. And based on what I can see, I don't know if I can call it paranormal. I can definitely call it reactive. So I'll leave that up to you all, what you see. But it is quite interesting how the cat just kind of flipped out, but put a cucumber behind a cat will do the same thing. But it's all left up to you. We're going to go on a little bit. So this is the other animal joining the cat and the owner.
Looking at this video, and this is the claim that Sabrina's making, is that something grabbed her cat and it looks like threw the cat, which is why some of the other animals go a little berserk as well. Now, initially, you might just think, okay, the cat just went crazy and it just jumped like that. But if you take a look at the cat, you'll notice this cat is missing one of its limbs.
Okay, now, if you're going to send in a video about your cat, don't send in more than two if the subject is the cat jumping. Okay? If the cat is being agitated and it looks like something threw it, you have to show that if you can. And as we just discussed, cats could be a little spastic from time to time. I don't know if I can say that it looked like something threw the cat, but I can definitely say it looked as if the cat was agitated by something. Okay, so that's a little questionable. Looking at the cat in a normal light and looking at the cat in normal action, the cat seems quite calm. Whether he has three legs or not is not an issue. That's actually a non-issue. Cat is a cat, and cats are they adapt very, very quickly to things. I guess I could make more of a summation if there was normal light or light that I could actually see, because it seems very dark. I'd like to know what you all think of it and whether or not you'd like to explore it anymore. But
That doesn't mean the cat couldn't jump like that, but considering it's missing one of its front limbs, it's pretty impressive. It's a lot of power.
I guess cats are pretty impressive in and of themselves, but whether or not it could jump with three limbs is not the issue again. Let me know what you all think, and if there's something you'd like to discuss about this, I'd be more than happy. Any questions that you have about whether or not there was an entity in the room with them or whether or not the entity attacked the cat. Now, one of the things that I need to point out is because I'm what's called a psychic policeman, which is a little different from a paranormal investigator, even though I do an investigation myself, is people use terms a little too often. And they use them not knowing what it means to use them. For instance, you'll hear certain keywords like terrified or, impressive or demonic and things like that, and you use them for every single thing. And we need to be a little careful in doing such things. A cat is reactive for many, many things, and we are reactive to many, many things. But the last thing that you want to do is go around spooking yourself or spooking someone else because of a term that you decided to use. Your main key here, make sure you check everything that could possibly affect the cat on a physical level before you go saying what it is. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'll move to another one that is a little longer. Okay. Look, this one?
No, other one. Hit the play button. It's a calm.
Okay.
Also, you can notice that
Yeah, that's not what I want. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let my daughter do this one. She knows what is up there. I'm doing a
There in the kitchen.
pretty cold investigation of things.
Did you want to go over this part, or did you want to do the next one?
Just do the next one. I'm sure that you all have different. Yeah, that'll do. Now this is what, right? Okay. So these are kids and kids playing like kids do. I think this was two kids playing and their mothers are somewhere. And they are, I guess, spooking each other out. Uh, but kids have a vivid imagination and can really spook each other. So these are pretty tame, but there may be something in their house with them. That's what I'm looking at here. So hang tight with me and we'll see.
The fish? Oh, the fish died. Angel's sleeping already. It's raining, girls. Nothing, Nani, are you almost done eating? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around. Look at me.
Okay, one of the little girls is already upset. What's that? Did you see that? I'm going to go back a little bit. Okay.
The fish? Oh, the fish died.
Okay, one of the little girls is looking backwards,
It's raining, girls.
but the mom is talking about the fish.
Nothing, Nani, are you almost done eating?
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me.
And one of the girls is teasing the other. It's pretty normal.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around. Look at me. What's the matter?
Okay, I was looking for the reason for the scream. What do you all think? I myself am going to look at something immediate that caused the little girl to scream. Now, she may have scared herself by playing that there's a monster that she's looking at, or she may have seen something. And if she did see something, what? Which is probably something that most mothers would ask, what did you see? What is it? I might say, where is it? And where did you see it? What is it that you saw? And you can do things very, very specific, but you also have to give them time. Right there, it doesn't necessarily look like anything, but I have a feeling there is something that the little girl is reacting to. So we're just going to look at it. Yeah. See, she scared herself. And when she scared herself, she may have seen something, but it looks like she just imagined something or heard a funny noise, which could have come from anything like the storm. Storms make weird sounds from time to time, or they could have been someone walking by, or it could have legitimately been something. So let's take one more look at it, and you can all tell me what you think.
What are you doing? Oh, what, Nani? Look at me. What are you scared of? The fish? Oh, the fish died. Angel's sleeping already. It's raining, girls. Nothing, Nani, are you almost done eating?
Okay.
Look at me.
The first little girl thinks she saw something. She heard that the fish died, and then all of a sudden she focused in on something. Now, whether or not she sees something, remember, the light is not the best at all. I think the camera clarity is okay, but it really doesn't show anything. from this particular perspective. I could magnify the picture and see if we can find something. But we're just going to, from this point, accept that they saw something, and unless I can speak to them specifically myself, I can't say what it is that they've seen. Okay, so if they wanted to know whether or not this was haunted, I can't really verify if it's haunted or not. I can verify that the mother said some things and the child reacted to what the mother said. And then there was rain, and then one child reacted, and then the other one got scared based upon the reaction of the other child. Okay, so that's what I can say in this one. And I'm sure that there are others out there that think differently, but that's what I want. I want to know what you all think. Okay, and if you have questions about it, please feel free. I can answer any question. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next. I think there is another one. Yeah, right there, right? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this seems like there are people that are going into some place. So we'll have to find out what they're going into. Remember, if you have questions, please ask.
Your phone keeps vibrating. So they're hearing the vibrations off your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I'll try to fix it.
Well, we can change it later.
Yeah, but it might even be my foot causing the vibration because I move around a lot. I'm sorry. We'll continue with this, and you all can let me know what you think. I'll try to keep my foot still.
It's not right, and it's just making me nauseous.
Okay, let's go back a little further. Let's go. Is this good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
It's not right, and it's just making me nauseous. Feel! Dude!
We're literally talking about how we feel.
Are you making us feel this way?
Okay, wait. This has to go back further. Okay, this was titled Twin Paranormal.
It's the name
It's
of
not
it.
right, and it's just making me nauseous.
I guess it doesn't go back any further.
Yep.
The Sally House?
Feel! Dude!
We're literally talking about how we feel.
Are you
Okay.
making us feel this way?
They're using a
Whether
version
it's on
of the
purpose
spirit
or not.
to
Is
talk
this you?
to whatever they
Whoa.
say is there.
This is insane. Like, this is almost too good to be true.
Seriously.
I'll throw something.
The ball!
Okay, so
Throw the ball, please!
If this happens right now, that would absolutely be amazing.
If you'll really throw something, please throw that ball down the stairs. No! You are kidding me!
okay. If that were real, that would be awesome. It would be absolutely awesome. Okay. But there's some things that you have to look for when you're watching these particular types of films. One of them is what's being said, what they ask the spirit to do, what the spirit actually does, if there is something to do there. Now, I'm not going to determine whether or not there is an actual spirit, but whether or not it's doing their bidding is another thing entirely. Okay. You say, okay, if you really are there, throw that ball that happens to be positioned right at the top of the stairs, which is out of the line of sight of the person that's actually asking, which means that things were prepared. Now, there's a chance that things like that can happen. So I'm not going to rule out anything. I'm just going to say, really, that was a little obvious. You can use the spirit box or the talk box or whatever you like to call it and maybe get some answers. And if you do get some answers, it's wonderful. But if you're going to do that, these are the most disrespectful things to do, is to dictate to one of the spirits what it does, or an entity what it does. Two, to set certain things up so that it moves within what you want it to do. By picking an object and saying, okay, if you're really here, then go here. Then do this. Because I'm not going to give you any options. I'm just going to say, do this one thing. Okay. If the spirit does it, that's up to the spirit. But based on my experience and experiences that I've seen, that witnesses to, it doesn't really work that way. But please, by all means.
That is proof!
This guy holding the camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy holding the camera is still looking up at the place that the ball was and filming. The other person is downstairs yelling that is proof, which if it did happen, that would be a proof. I have to say that. But to anybody that's half of a skeptic, this would be highly questionable. The thing about paranormal investigation is you can do things as people always question what it is that you're doing because it's paranormal investigation. Paranormal is one of those words that people use yet don't really understand. Paranormal is a term for saying all-inclusive. In other words, it's unlimited. Para, which is beyond physical world, and then normal, which is what you all know. So the term is paranormal. It's the same with metaphysical. There's physical and there's beyond. So all of those things could happen. But it's interesting that these ghosts only come out at night in abandoned buildings. And there's a ball or objects that people call for them to move. In my experience, outside, there are things that happen like that. But normally, or paranormally, if you will, they don't normally happen that way. It's, just a sensationalism. It's like challenging a spirit to do anything, which is foolish. And then telling them or daring them to do something or screaming at them disrespectfully. You must learn that the paranormal moves in and of itself. It moves with us or without us. And if we get to witness something, it should be considered an honor if you really want to know the truth. And hopefully, understandable, because if you're talking about the paranormal, it can be dry. That's just the way it is. I'm very technical. So I want people to learn the right way. Now, if you want to go out and have fun and scare yourself or scare others or be a sensationalist, that's fine. You can. But there's some things that I would caution you now. One of the things is don't be too disrespectful, because then what do you do if one really shows up? You're being disrespectful and all of a sudden one of them shows up. And what do you do then? Do you run? Do you stand your ground? Do you think of something else? Remember, you are there as an observer. You are there as a witness to what's going on. So try to be respectful. And if you can, be as honest as you can. Okay, so I'm going to let this go some more.
What? What? What happened?
He's coming.
No.
Okay, that is not us. We're downstairs, guys. We're in the basement.
Guys, what I think we need to do, I think we need to finish off this investigation by going into the living room right now, doing an Estes method, see if we can gather any more information.
Okay. Not for me. I'd say, okay, let's go. Let's see what it is you're talking about. You can have as much fun with this as you want to, and most people are just out for the adventure to see if they can actually catch something. And these are young people that are very exuberant at what it is that they do, and I hope they're having a good time. But my question would be, who is he? Said he's coming. I don't know who's coming. Okay, because if it's a bad person, I want to have a place that I can just carefully walk out or stand my ground or whatever. It can't be vague. Who is he? And what is the significance of him coming? I'm sure there's something there. Let's see if there is.
What are you hearing, White?
Come feel me.
Why are you shaking?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
What happened?
After the ball landed at the bottom, bro.
Wait, dude. Stop. You said, come feel me. That's a little weird, but okay. And then you go back to what happened. Well, you saw what happened. You saw the ball move. You can't just glance over that. It's like one person said to me once, well, you just did this and you're acting like it's just going shopping. I said, well, for some of us it is, but you got told he's coming. And then someone said, come feel me. And now you're just going to glance over all of that and just say, well, what happened? Well, where were you? I'm just saying. Anyway, maybe I'm being too stodgy in my experience or whatever, and I'm sorry for that, but come on. Anyway, let's go on. This is kind of fun, actually.
I can't tell if it was a man or a woman, but I heard someone go,
No,
dude, loud as I know for a
Bullshit.
fact that's on my audio.
you are shaking
I
really bad.
You should be.
Yo.
Okay. Did you do this?
Yeah. It had the song in it. I had to.
Okay. But, that last one was pretty good. I mean, if you were into sensationalism,
Yeah.
it would work for you, So I'm going to say that they saw something, whatever it was. It sounds like they were making something happen and then something decided to happen. So don't go playing around. You never know what you might make happen. Okay, but the spirits don't just come out in the dark. They're always here. Just so you know, they're always here. And you don't have to be in the dark. You don't have to use the green formula or the infrared on the camera for them to come out. They will always come out. Okay? It's whether or not you can see them that really matters. And even then, if you do see them, what is it that you're seeing? So just thought I'd mention that. So here we go.
All hands hoist the cup.
Shoulders high. That was interesting. That was pretty interesting. It's just a storm, but it does give you that creepy feeling whenever you hear that song. It just does, because usually it's associated with oversized monsters. Well, it is, and so I just decided that would be cool. So here's one. It says paranormal investigator lays down on an empty tomb, and it says he gets pulled by a ghost. I would like to see that. Okay. That's the wind.
I give it a sound effect.
case something pulled him and freaked him out. And if something actually pulled him, anybody would be freaked out. But I want to see that again if you all don't mind. Waiting a long time for that. Okay, here we go. Okay. 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 That's kind of interesting. That was good. First off, why are you in someone else's tomb? Why are you in someone else's tomb knowing that something had happened? That's straight out. I mean, I could say, that's dedication, but it's also dumb. And you waited an awful long time for that to happen. And when it did happen, at that point, it should have been proof enough for you to leave, okay, or get out of that person's.
Yeah.
Why would I have to say to anybody, stay out of that person's tomb? Just saying. I mean, I don't think I'm out of line to say such things.
No.
Okay, you're in a tomb. Something pulls your shirt. You run out of the tomb. Something pulled your shirt that you couldn't see in the first place. You ran out of the tomb and ran over to your friends, and now you're looking backwards as if you could see it. Yeah, that's pretty dramatic. If something like that actually happened, you wouldn't need any more proof than what you already have. Which basically means you might have messed up because the way that it grabbed you was not in a friendly way. It was like, oh, there's a person visiting. Hi there. No, that thing was mad. So if I were you, I would vacate the place, go through what cleansing rituals that you have to go through, and not visit that place again. But of course, that's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen.
แม่งเหมือนมีคนมาดึงโอออกอ่ะ
Okay, let's look at this for a second. We've all seen a lot of these movies these days. What do you think of that reaction from him? Do you think it was genuine? Yeah? You really think that was genuine? Okay, well, looking at it, I can say it looked genuine, and it really did look like someone's hand went under there. But I'm also a filmmaker, so I know green screen.
Maven says that was definitely get the hell out of my box.
Yes, that was definitely get the hell out of his box. What are you doing here? Understanding that there's so much technology that we have access to and when films and things like that. So that kind of blurs the line for a lot of investigators. It just does, because maybe they fabricated something. But that reaction is what I was looking at. I was looking at his reaction, and his reaction seemed genuine. But if he's a really, really good actor, of course it's going to seem genuine. He seems shocked by the fact that something would actually reach out and touch him. And I would be shocked too. I mean, I've had things touch me before. I didn't react that wild, but there was definitely a reaction. So I'll leave that up to you all. Let me know what you all think. Okay, what is your reaction to something like that? Because that's a life-changing event. If something like that happened, it definitely is more than just a warning. It's also something that would change the course of your life at that point. To understand that things that you thought were not real or that you fooled around with turned out to be super real. I'll have to find out what you all think, and I will be glad to help you understand things. As I said earlier, I'd like to, well, first, I'd like to thank you all for joining me in this thing. Uh, I'm sure you'd like to see the rest of that. Um, so I'll let it happen actually for a few more minutes just to see what you all think about
เมื่อ
it.
กี้เจออะไรเมื่อกี้ทีโอกำลังแบบได้ยินเสียงใช่ไหมได้ยินเสียงเหมือนคนทางบ้านมาเคาะผมเลยทำเสียงสักอย่างเลยโอกำลังแบบเฮ้ยเป็นไรวะ
Okay. Okay. That was good. Okay, because if something were to come after him like it did, it would not let it go. Not unless something, helped stop it or to at least get whatever apology that guy owes him for like sleeping in his bed, I mean, Goldilocks has the three little bears, but I don't think that was a little bear. It really yanked him.
Yeah.
And that's some good acting if you can do that. But at this point, I would wonder whether or not it was acting, and I would start to question it because of the way that it caused him to be flung.
Mhm.
There is physics to consider, and that looks like it kind of went against some of the regular laws of physics of someone just pulling a stunt. But it looks interesting, definitely interesting. I wish I could understand what they're saying, but is it Thai? I don't know if I don't understand Thai, but who knows? Maybe I'll consult someone who does speak Thai, just to find out. But let's see that once again.
เหมือนมีคนมาดึงโอออกอ่ะตั้งสติก่อนโอใจเย็นๆเมื่อกี้เจออะไรเมื่อกี้ทีโอกำลังแบบได้ยินเสียงใช่ไหมได้ยินเสียงเหมือนคนทางบ้านมาเคาะผมเลยทำเสียงสักอย่างเลยโอกำลังแบบเฮ้ยเป็นไรวะ
Okay, once more. That was pretty dramatic. What do you think?
Yeah.
ตั้งสติก่อนโอใจเย็นๆเมื่อกี้เจออะไรเมื่อกี้ทีโอกำลังแบบได้ยินเสียงใช่ไหมได้ยินเสียงเหมือนคนทางบ้านมาเคาะผมเลยทำเสียงสักอย่างเลยโอกำลังแบบเฮ้ยเป็นไรวะ
Whatever it was ruffled his shirt before it flung him. Now, like I said, with the green screen, you do amazing things, but I think that went just a little bit beyond.
I agree.
It could have been staged, but it went just a tiny bit beyond for me. So I know that many people have probably already seen this, but I just had to give my take on this, and my take is it could be something, but that's not what you call a haunting. That's called someone's pissed. But you trespassed. We try not to trespass in the paranormal world. We try very diligently not to trespass. And I know there's some people that may be looking that are colleagues of mine. Donna, what do you think? Or what do the other people that are colleagues of mine think? There is some people I've worked with before that I'd like to know your takes too. So I am going to wait. Maybe there's a little bit more. See, this is the thing about it's hard to stop once you start on a trail of something that you've got. So I'm gonna go just a little further.
You're just running.
Yeah. At this point, they're just running, which they should have did even before starting this. Some pretty interesting videos. The last one, of course, would be the most impactful. I still see that the cats were interesting. If I could speak to the owner, see the cats, or see where that particular thing was, I'm sure that whatever entity was there might have traces still there. With the little girls, I hate to see the little girls scared, but if I spoke to them, I'd find out what was going on. As far as that goes, there's something that's offended, and if it's offended, it could be a mean and nasty thing. Although it does take an awful lot of energy for it to manifest to a level that it can push someone or grab someone and throw them. That's a lot of energy. And am I going to say that it's demonic? No, not at all. That would be a different reaction. That person would have been in a lot worse shape. But I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening. This is our first show doing this on this particular system, and there's still a little kinks to work out. But I look forward to seeing you all again. When I have something else for you, I will turn up. I'm Ahura Z. And thank you all. Please give us a like. Help support us on what it is that we're doing. Okay? I'll see you all next time. Remember, wherever you are, Z loves you. Peace.